everybody. We're on to page 3 of our interval worksheet, and we're dealing with 6th and 7th, of which there are 4 types: diminished, minor, major, augmented. The first thing you should realize is that 6ths, which are even number intervals, are combinations of lines and spaces, whereas 7ths are either going to be notes on 2 lines or notes on 2 spaces. So the first thing I realize in the first example is that I have an interval of a 6th, and I know that E to C sharp is a major 6th, therefore E to C is a minor 6th. And E sharp to D sharp is some kind of 7th. What do I know? Well, I can't use the E sharp on the bottom, but I know that E to D sharp is a major 7th. Therefore, if I raise that bottom note, I make it a little smaller by a half step, and it becomes a minor 7th. What's F to D sharp? Well, some kind of 6th. I know F to D is a major 6th, therefore F to D sharp is an augmented 6th. And we have G to F, which is a 7th of some kind. I know that G to F sharp is a major 7th, therefore G to F is a minor 7th. And how about G sharp to E? Well, there is no G sharp scale, but I know that G to E is a major 6th, therefore if I raise the G to a G sharp, I'm making the interval smaller, therefore G sharp to E is a minor 6th. And how about A to G sharp? Well, that's some kind of 7th. And I know from my A scale that A is the first note and G sharp is the 7th note. Therefore, it's a major 7th. All right, what's A sharp to F sharp? Well, it's some kind of 6th. There is no A sharp scale, so let's get rid of that sharp on the bottom. And I know that A to F sharp is a major 6th. Therefore, if I raise the A up a half step, it becomes a minor 6th. And what's B to G? Well, it's a 6th. I know that B to G sharp is major, therefore B to G is minor. C to B flat is a 7th. I know that C to B is a major 7th, therefore C to B flat makes it a half step smaller, and we have a minor 7th there. How about F to E sharp? Well, that's some kind of a 7th. And I know that F to E is a major 7th. Therefore, if I raise that top note, I'm widening it from a major to an augmented 7th. How about B flat to G sharp? Well, it's a 6th. I know that B flat to G is a major 6th. Therefore, if I raise the G to a G sharp, I'm augmenting it. And we have F sharp to D sharp. We can use our knowledge of the F sharp scale, and that's the first note and the 6th note of the F sharp scale. Therefore, it's a major 6th. All right, we're moving on to bass clef now. We have a B to a G. It's some kind of 6th. I know that B to G sharp is a major 6th, therefore B to G is a minor 6th. And how about B sharp to A? This is a little tricky. It's some kind of 7th. There is no B sharp scale, but I know the B scale. Now, I know B to A sharp is a major 7th. Therefore, B to A is a minor 7th, and if I sharp the B, I'm making it even smaller. So B sharp to A is a diminished 7th. And how about C to A? Well, that's a 6th, and it's the first and the 6th note of the C scale, so it's a major 6th. And here we have C sharp to B sharp, which is some kind of 7th. I know that the C sharp scale has all sharps and that this is the first and the 7th note of the C sharp scale, therefore it's a major 7th. How about a D sharp to a B? Well, it's some kind of 6th. Let's get rid of that D sharp because there's no D sharp scale. So D to B is a major sixth. If I raise the D to a D sharp, I'm making it smaller, so major becomes minor. So it's a minor sixth. All right, and this is F flat to E flat. Well, this is some kind of seventh. There is no F flat scale, but I know that F, let's get rid of both of these. I know that F to E is a major seventh because I know my F scale. So if I flat the F and I flat the E flat, it's still a major seventh. The enharmonic equivalence of these two notes is an E and a D sharp. All right, we're looking at an E sharp to a C sharp. Since there's no E sharp scale, let's get rid of that sharp. And I have E to C sharp, and I know that's a major sixth. And if I raise the E to an E sharp, I'm making the major interval half step smaller. So this is a minor sixth. What's E to D sharp? Well, it's a seventh, and I know E to D sharp. That's the first and the seventh note of the E scale, so it's a major seventh. And I've done this one already. What's G to E flat? I know that G to E is a major sixth, therefore G to E flat makes it a half step smaller, so we have a minor sixth. And how about E to D? Well, that's some kind of seventh, and I know that E to D sharp is a major seventh, therefore E to D is a minor seventh. What's F flat to E? Well, there's no F flat scale, so let's get rid of that. And I have F to E I know is a major seventh, therefore if I flat the F, I make the interval even wider, and it becomes an augmented seventh. And what does an augmented seventh sound like? F flat is really an E enharmonically, and we have an E on top. So an augmented seventh is an octave. All right, we have an E to a C, which is some kind of sixth. What do I know? I know that E to C sharp is major, therefore E to C is a minor sixth. Okay, now we're given the name of an interval and the bottom note, and we have to add a note on top. So given an E and asked to find a minor sixth above E, well, we first put in the C, and we know that E to C sharp is major, therefore E to C is minor. Let's take a look at this. We need a minor sixth above E sharp. Well, we can just refer to this. If a minor sixth above E is C, then a minor sixth above E sharp is C sharp. So that was pretty nice. All right, we want a minor seventh above F. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We go up to E, or we can just drop down one note from an octave. So we have an F to an E, which is a major seventh. Therefore, F to E flat is our minor seventh. All right, minor seventh above G. It's some kind of F. And we know that G to F sharp is a major seventh, therefore G to F is a minor seventh. I need a diminished seventh above G sharp, so it's going to be some kind of F. What do I know? Well, I don't know anything about G sharp because there's no G sharp scale, but I do know that G to F sharp is major. Therefore, G to F is minor. And if I raise that bottom note and make it even smaller, it's a diminished seventh. So G sharp to F is your answer there. All right, and we need a diminished sixth above A, so we immediately write in some kind of F. What do we know about the A scale? We know that A to F sharp is major, therefore A to F is minor, therefore A to F flat is diminished. All right, now we need a minor seventh above A sharp, but there's no A sharp scale as a reference. We do know that A to G sharp is a major seventh, yes? Therefore, A to G natural is a minor seventh. And if A to G natural is a minor seventh, and we're looking for a minor seventh over here, then I raise the A to an A sharp, I raise the G to a G sharp, and that's your answer. A sharp to G sharp. And what's a diminished seventh above B? Well, it's some kind of A, so we have to draw in a ledger line up here. And I know that B to A sharp is major, therefore B to A is minor, and therefore I have to lower this A to an A flat to get my diminished seventh. And what's a minor sixth above C? Well, it's some kind of A, so I have to come up here to the ledger line. And I know that C to A is a major sixth, therefore C to A flat is a minor sixth. And we need a diminished sixth above B. Well, that's some kind of a G. What do I know about my B scale? I know that B to G sharp is major, therefore B to G is minor, therefore B to G flat is diminished. So B to G flat diminished sixth. It's always nice to get a major interval. What's a major sixth above B flat? And we know it's a G, because we know our major scales. And how about an augmented sixth above A? Well, it's some kind of F. What do I know about the A scale? I know that A to F sharp is a major sixth, but I want an augmented sixth, so I need an A to F double sharp, and you draw an X on that line. And we're back to bass clef. I need a minor sixth above B. It's going to be some kind of G. I know that B to G sharp is major, therefore B to G is my minor sixth. And for a minor seventh above B sharp, well, let's go with something we know. We know B to A sharp is major, therefore B to A is minor, right? And if B to A is a minor seventh, then B sharp to A sharp is also a minor seventh. We need an augmented sixth above C, so C to A we know is a major sixth, therefore I'm going to raise that A to an A sharp. I need a minor seventh above D, it's some kind of C. I know that D to C sharp is major, and therefore if I lower the C sharp to a C, I have my minor seventh D to C. All right, we need a diminished sixth above D sharp. It's going to be some kind of B. Let's look at this a different way. There's no D sharp scale. So we know that D to B is a major sixth from our knowledge of the B scale. Therefore, D to B flat is minor. And then if I raise that bottom note a half step, I make it even smaller. And there's my diminished sixth, D sharp to B flat. Okay, I need a diminished seventh above E. It's going to be some kind of D. Put it above the middle C ledger line. I know from my knowledge of the E scale that E to D sharp is major, therefore E to D is minor, therefore E to D flat is the diminished seventh we're looking for. All right, next one's a little tricky. I need a minor seventh above E sharp, which is some kind of D. Now I know that E to D sharp is a major seventh, therefore E to D is a minor seventh, therefore E sharp to D sharp is a minor seventh. Remember, E to D over here is minor. Therefore, we just raise both of them, E sharp. Well, this is raised already, but we have to raise that. E goes to E sharp, D goes to D sharp. There's your minor seventh. All right, I need an augmented sixth above F, so I come up to the D above middle C, and I know F to D is a major sixth, therefore F to D sharp is an augmented sixth. Here we have an easy one. I need a major sixth above G, and I already know that that's E because I know my G scale. And what's a minor sixth above F? Well, some kind of D. And we know that F to D is a major sixth because we know our F scale. Therefore, we lower the D to a D flat to get a minor sixth. All right. Major seventh above C flat. We know the C flat scale is all flats. So we just go up to its seventh note, which is a B flat, and we're done. And then we need a major seventh above E. We know that the seventh note of the E scale is D sharp, and that is it. So that's it for our sixths and sevenths. For those of you who still feel you need some work on intervals, we're going to repeat this whole process again. So I have 3 more sheets dealing with seconds and thirds, and then another one with fourths and fifths, and then another one with sixths and sevenths again. Well, we'll see you next time, and if you're enjoying these videos, don't forget to hit the old subscribe button. Okay, thanks a lot. See you next time.